I'm so glad you're back. I was worried that you weren't going to come back. I don't know. After last week, I thought maybe we left on a little uneasy terms, if I may, if I can say that. But I'm glad you came back. I missed you a little bit. Not too much. Don't get all full of yourself. Just a little bit. First question: how do you personally go about monitoring the submix? Do you use a woofer? Do your monitors have enough bass response that you really don't need it? Or do you reference it in a car or something? I don't use a subwoofer for several reasons. I don't like mixing with subs because too easily you can get a false sense of what's going on in the low end. And I've mixed on some systems that and setups that have had subs, and I was mixing the entire time. I was off a foot or 2 feet from exactly where I needed to be or something like that, and now the low end's off. So it's not how it's done for me in my world. I don't do EDM, and I don't do a lot of the stuff that requires you to really, really know what's going on in the low lows. Also, the Neumann KH120 monitors are rated for 50 hertz. They're rated for 55 hertz, which is actually incorrect. That's a very, very conservative rating. They're a 5 1/4 inch speaker, and they actually accurately go down, in my test, to like 42 hertz, which is insane, but that's why they cost so much. I originally had gotten these Tannoy Reveal 802s because they're rated to go down to 40 hertz, but they actually only go down to like 55 hertz, which is the rating that the Neumanns are supposed to go down to, so they're kind of reversed. So my Neumanns with the smaller speaker have more low end than the 8-inch Tannoys. Ironically, I don't know how it works, but I just use those for checking everything down to 40 hertz, 45 hertz, 50 hertz, somewhere like that. In my mixes, everything below that I just chop off with a filter. I don't have anything below there. That way I just don't have to worry about it. And if it sounds good with what I'm hearing, then I just go with it. There's really no need to check in a car or anything like that if you have an accurate monitoring system, because the public at large, all of their systems have the bass jacked way up, and it doesn't matter. You can't win for every system. So you really can just make sure it sounds good on a couple of different monitors and maybe some laptop speakers or your phone and call it good. If you had $2,500 to spend on a custom or semi-custom electric guitar, which builder would you go with and why? Thanks, Fluff. Actually, my original answer would have been I would have had a guitar built for me by Balaguer Guitars, but Balaguer Guitars is making my upcoming signature Fluff model, so I'm going to go with my backup answer, and that is my boy Sasha from Intronaut, Dunable Guitars. He makes a guitar called the R2D2, and it is just simply wonderful. It's awesome. It looks incredibly, incredibly gorgeous, and I would plop my money down and say, give me one of them things immediately if I had $2,500 to blow. You should check them out too. Dunable Guitars. Yeah. What camera gear do you use? I currently use a Canon T5i, which you are seeing right now. I also use 2 Canon T3i's, and I also use a GoPro Hero 4 Silver with a G4 stabilization gimbal for the vlogs and stuff like that, or the nice sweeping panning shots. Sometimes I use my phone, but generally I stick to those 4 cameras, primarily the T5i's, or the T5i and the T3i's. One of the T3i's has a super wide fisheye lens. The other T3i has a 25mm prime pancake lens, and then the lens that I typically use for all the wide shots is either a Canon wide-angle STM lens, like I think it's 10 to 16mm or something like that, or the one you're seeing right now is a Tokina 11 to 16mm, and it's really for a full frame camera, but it works on the crop sensor as well. This particular lens does, and it just looks great. So I just have gone back to using it a lot lately, although I do like the autofocus feature of the Canon STM lenses. More info than you wanted, but there you go. This week, I suggest you check out the Dollar Beard Club. The Dollar Beard Club is killing it right now with hilarious videos, and I signed up and I'm making my beard all nice looking and shiny, and my hair looking great as well. It's not a paid advertisement. Honestly, I paid for the subscription, and I just really like what they're doing, and I really like their social campaign, and I thought you guys should check it out too, because it's just something I dig. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.